Hi everyone, I hope you're having a nice day. This is just a tip answering a question from someone. They are asking how to learn tarot cards, okay? How to learn. How can you learn the tarot cards? The first thing that I was thinking you could do, you can maybe buy 2 tarot mazos of tarot cards, and maybe on one you can write down a couple keywords for you that will help you begin reading. If you write a couple keywords on each card, I think that will give you a base to remember something about that card. In the same way, the other thing I recommend is just to buy a book or two, or as many as you want, okay? But when you buy a book about tarot cards, please, you always have to keep in mind that you cannot keep going back to the book to look about what the card means, okay? Because if you do that, then you're not going to make progress. The way I can see that you can make progress is maybe writing 1 or 2 keywords for each card. Then after that, you have to practice a lot. Practice reading for people, practice saying things to people, and seeing what kind of feedback they give you when you are reading the cards, okay? The other thing I will say is to pull one card of the day. And for that day, think about the keywords for that card and think how that card is going to help you or how to relate at the end of the day for you. Okay, at the end of the day, when you pull one card of the day, then you can write something like whatever you wanna. This card represents for me is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so indecision, feeling insecure about my choices, undecided, should I go with this, should I go with that, because I have so many options. And then saying, well, I can see how that card relates into the day because I had too many offers from someone and I didn't know what kind of candy I wanted. It could be something so very small or it could be something really important. Okay, another thing, when it comes to learning, okay, it's best if you begin just by reading upright cards. Or if you are a fast learning, incorporating the meaning for upright and reverse, it will help you learn faster, okay? So that's the tips. Writing down keywords, maybe making flashcards, putting them on the refrigerator, listening to videos about in YouTube, what other people think about that card. But the most important of all, I would say, is you have to practice. It is important to find a deck that has the images of original tarot, okay? Because if you go with something different or weird, you might not find information that will help you build on what you know for that tarot deck, okay? Because sometimes, the authors or the illustrators in a tarot card, sometimes it means a few different things. Okay, another thing I found that is useful, let me see if I can find that book really fast. Where is it? It's not this book. This one is also good. Learning the Tarot. And you see, in this book, all the cards are going to have a lot of, let me show you, a lot of keywords, okay? Let's say for the High Priest, it's going to say unconscious awareness, potential, mystery. And then it says action, staying non-active, withdrawing from involvement, allowing events to proceed without intervention. It has a lot of keywords. This book has a lot of keywords, and it's really nice and informative. It's really good, but I will always go back to say that you have to practice, and at some point in the process of your learning, you have to stop going back to the book, because if you keep going back to the book, then you're gonna feel insecure and stuck. Also remember, when you are reading the cards and at any given moment you feel stuck or you run out of things to say, start describing the card. Okay, start describing what you see. And I'm sure that while you're describing something, you can give some more points on what you are seeing. Always focus on the question, because having a question is important in the beginning. Once you have more practice, then sometimes it's okay if a person doesn't have a question and just lets you see whatever is in the cards. Always make the tarot reading like a story. You are telling a story about the things you see. You know, it's a rebirth. After that rebirth, you're gonna have collaboration. You have to make a story. And that is what I have found. It makes the more sense when I make a story and I give some points out, learn how to describe the card, learn to incorporate some points, and learn to see, to talk about what you see. Whatever you see first at the time is always important for the reading. Like for example, if I see the water or the boats, you can say I can see answers or news about things that you have been waiting for are coming your way. When you have this news arrive to you, you are not going to be alone solving. You're gonna have a collaboration by people around you. This is the acceptance. This is the yes. Let's begin something. Let's begin acting into making things work and making things better for us. But you are not alone. It's like a team, or it's a group of people. You see, always also take your time when you begin reading, and to just see what you begin to see. Because if at times if you think that you have to keep talking and talking and talking, it's not necessary. Another thing that you have to also put in mind, that you don't have to always be right, okay? Because in the beginning, you might be hurt or feel stuck or feel insecure about what you are going to say if you have someone saying, this doesn't make sense to me. Please, if this happens, just say, sorry, I couldn't connect with you. Sorry, I couldn't bring some light into your problems. Sorry, I couldn't relate what I see with what is happening to you. But in any way, never stop trying. Never give up. You have to keep trying. You have to expect that you are going to hear this at some point, okay? But when you hear it, don't let it hurt your feelings. Don't let it interfere or think, oh my gosh, I'm so wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I'm not connecting, or maybe I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm doing it all wrong. Please don't do that, because it's part of the process, okay? It's part of the process, and it's part of learning. Also, another thing, don't or try not to do readings when you are feeling too emotional, or you are too tired, or you are not ready to hear an answer, okay? Because if you do reading when you are too emotional, you might not be able to read the cards clearly, or you might take something that is not as a very drastic or as bad news. Another thing that is important that I find out when doing readings, when somebody asks you about, I'm going through a difficult time, and let's put it that it's a legal matter, okay? You know what, my husband is going to be going to court, and I want you to please tell me how the court is going to end. So you do the reading for the person, okay, that is asking you. But I always advise you to do the reading, another different reading for the other person. Why will that be? Because when doing a reading for the person that is asking, that is going through the problem, this person is feeling really worried, preoccupied, and has a lot of stuff in his mind, okay? And this happens to me. I did a reading and I saw it for the husband, and I'm like, well, I see this and this and this. It's kind of it looked kind of negative, but I then something just told me, oh, just do it for her. How, in her point of view, how is this situation is gonna come out? And on her side, I saw it all being okay. I saw it all being positive, and I saw it all like, you're gonna come out of this. You and your husband are gonna come out of this just fine. And I'm so happy I did that because she called me back and she thanked me. You know what? Thank you so very much, because you were right. My husband was under a lot of stress, and since I was a little more calm because I was not the one that has to be in court, her energy was more settled and less worried and preoccupied. And it's then I was able to see how really things were going to turn out. You see, so always think about that, put it in mind when someone is going under, some is under a lot of anxiety or super worry. Do it for them, but if they have a partner, also do the reading for the partner, just to see what's the difference, because you will see better on the other person energy how things are going to turn out. I guess that's all I have for now. So don't forget keywords, card of the day, practice makes perfect. Yes, books are good, but at some point you have to put them down and read. Learn to read with your keywords and using your intuition, using what you feel, using what you see, using incorporating all these methods, okay? Thank you for allowing me. I wish you a wonderful day. Bye.